Typing on laptops or scribbling important information on paper? What would you prefer? While you hold that thought, the French have gone back to the good old way of taking notes. In a bold move towards curbing screen addiction, several French universities have banned the use of computers during lectures, thus pushing students to take handwritten notes instead. The move is in a bid to minimize distractions and also boost focus among the young, who are often found to be engaged in online activities even during their classes, thus impacting their offline engagement. Several top colleges in France across streams such as Sciences Po and others have resorted to this rule to bring the art of note-taking back in vogue. This is also being done to better facilitate teacher-student communication in the classrooms, especially during undergraduate lectures. And guess what? Even psychologists are backing the move, saying that handwriting notes forces students to think, prioritize and retain more. Even Harvard agrees, advising students for better learning with handwritten notes. This only suggests the relentless commitment of French officials towards offering quality education, and the results are evident. Earlier this year, France's Sciences Po ranked 4th worldwide in the politics category out of over 1,700 global colleges who applied for the spot. And not just France, Indian Institute of Technology, IIT Delhi, has emerged as the highest ranked Indian institution in the QS World University Rankings 2026. For the first time in 8 years, a major feat, thanks to its sustainability practices, evolving as a newest metric of judgment. And coming back to France, however, such a move of institutionally imposed digital detox is not limited to colleges only, for the country is also taking a harder line, pushing to ban screens for children under 3 and social media for those under 15. Iran's Operation True Promise 3, launched in response to Israeli attack dubbed Operation Rising Lion, is getting deadlier with every passing day. Israel and Iran are launching more devastating rounds of assaults. Our next story takes a look at how, after firing hypersonic missiles, Iran is now claiming to unleash next-generation missiles.
Day and night, Israeli skies are lit. Israel's Iron Dome is overwhelmed. Every day, Iranian missiles are breaching. The missile defense systems causing devastation. Social media is ablaze with images of Iranian missiles streaking in unpredictable patterns, evading the much vaunted Iron Dome and David's Sling systems. Explosions light up the horizon as the Sejjil missile, used for the first time, slam into their targets with surgical precision. The Sejjil is a two-stage solid-fuel surface-to-surface medium-range ballistic missile. Iran claims that it has a range of 2,000 kilometers. The 18-meter-long missile can deliver a payload of approximately 700 kilograms. It can achieve maximum speed of up to Mach 4 to Mach 5. Iranian media reports direct hits on critical military and intelligence sites, including a Mossad-linked center and a fighter jet base. Such hypersonic velocity leaves minimal time for interception, unlike slower ballistic missiles which peak and descend predictably. These missiles plunge with speed and maneuver at high altitude, tricky targets for even advanced systems. Iran's arsenal is on full display. Hypersonic missiles, swarms of drones, and innovative tactics designed to overwhelm and confuse Israeli interceptors. Each barrage is more sophisticated than the last, catching Israeli commanders off guard and forcing a desperate scramble for new strategies to counter the incoming projectiles. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
Now, Israeli cities are being devastated as Iran continues to launch its wave after wave of missile strikes. This is something that has never happened in the last 7 decades that the state of Israel has been in existence. That Tehran is also burning under the thunder of the Israeli airstrikes. The world, of course, is holding its breath as the United States has now dispatched a third aircraft carrier to the region. The big question, of course, is this: what will make the American president enter this war, and how soon will the Americans join in on this war bandwagon? Take a look.
Israeli jets have hammered Iranian targets in Tehran, igniting panic and sending thousands fleeing the city. Iran has hit back with a relentless barrage of missiles and drones, striking deep into Israeli territory and vowing never to surrender. The US has built up military forces in the region in recent days. A third US Navy destroyer entered the eastern Mediterranean Sea, and a second US carrier strike group is heading towards the Arabian Sea. Carrier strike groups refueling aircraft and advanced air and naval assets have been deployed to prepare for any escalation. The Pentagon says these are all defensive deployments. The US already has over 40,000 troops spread across at least 19 bases in the region, from Qatar and Kuwait to Saudi Arabia and the UAE. In Washington, President Donald Trump stands at a crossroads that could redefine West Asia. He has issued a chilling demand for Iran's unconditional surrender, asked if he had decided whether to strike at Iran's nuclear facilities. Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei warns that any US military intervention would bring irreparable consequences. The risks are monumental. A single miscalculation could ignite a regional conflagration, threaten global energy supplies, and draw the US into another protracted war.
So if America does commit, that the real risk here, which Iran has been threatening, is that it will potentially target American and other nations' military capability in the region, a lot of which within missile range of Iran.
As the world holds its breath, the fate of the region hangs on decisions yet to be made by Trump, by Khamenei, by Netanyahu, and by the unpredictable logic of war itself. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
All right, first it was burgers and now pizzas. US President Donald Trump's connection with fast foods is only growing stronger. Save this time. A serious link is being predicted between the two that might even go to the extent of predicting global crisis. Well, as the Israel-Iran war rages on, a group of netizens claim that they saw it coming. They claim that the clues were hidden in the business of pizzerias near the Pentagon. I know what you're wondering. You may be wondering, what's the connection after all? A theory is now doing the rounds on pizza sales from restaurants and joints near the Pentagon reaching its peak on the night Israel launched preemptive strikes on Iran last week. However, this theory is not new. In fact, it's a decade old, dating back to at least 1991. With people reporting a buzz in pizza selling activities every time a geopolitical conflict broke out. But this time around, it has set social media on fire quite literally. A popular account on X called Pentagon Pizza Report says it provides, and I quote here, open source tracking of pizza spot activity around the Pentagon and other places, unquote. So much so that an online surge in orders was noted at District Pizza Palace, a takeaway just 2 miles away from the Pentagon. And according to the theory, these pizzas are delivered to Pentagon employees clocking late hours. Now, understand this. An online group claiming to get any kind of insight on a classified piece of information exclusive to the White House, and that's huge. However, the Department of Defense has reportedly said that the claim does not quite add up, given that Pentagon arranges its own snack facilities to meet late-night hunger pangs. Theorists also claim a pizza delivery person out on the streets night and day picks up more information faster than any news media does, where people work in time-bound shifts. But like any other theories, it's only too good to be true.